gotta be shit me. Oh man, what kind of asshole puts our countdown at the beginning of a live stream? Oh. Oh, man. Space. Time. Like the wheels of reality and stuff that makes me sound really smart when I'm starting an intro. These are the things that make the multiverse. Because as Ultron said, anything is possible through a multiverse. Yes, anything is possible. You can have female Wolverine. You can have Captain Marvel, the fake one, come in and beat up Ultron. There's a lot of things you can do in a multiverse. What's up, everybody? How you doing today? Thank you all so much for being here. Oh, man. Oh, dude. What happened here? What's going on here? Dude. All right. Thank you all so much for being here today. Hope you're all having a very good day. Today we are going to be talking about where are we at here? We're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about What If episode number 8. In case you guys didn't get a chance to see it, you might not want to be here. We're going to do a little review and discussion. Thank you all so much for being here today. I know, look, we're finally back in the multiverse. And oh man, I didn't realize my shirt's kind of see-through there too, isn't it? It's kind of see-through there too, isn't it? Thank you all so much for being here today. We are going to be talking about What If episode 8. What if Ultron had won? I want to thank you all so much for being here. Make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll make sure that we get into some of those here a little bit later on in the stream. But first, I want to start off with my review of this episode. I got to tell you, man, I'm not sure how you guys. Let me know down in the comments below. What did you think about episode 8 of What If? If you ask me, I think this was the absolute best episode that they have done of this series so far. I think right below this is probably, I think my second favorite episode is probably, what was that episode? Was that episode 3 with the Hank Pym that slapped Janet? Yeah, I was gonna say I think these two have probably been my favorite so far. Definitely ones worth checking out if you're into all that stuff. This one right here really felt like man, it really felt like a good animated movie. There was a lot of action, a lot of things going on throughout this whole thing. The voice acting throughout this whole episode is absolutely great. The pacing, I would say, was great because what was it, like 31 minutes long, where it seemed like longer than that, but it didn't seem long enough either. It seemed short but long, but like at the same time, just because I feel like this one really had everything going for it. I mean, you got the voice acting, you got the voice actors who did a really great job. The score, the soundtrack, and everything like that was absolutely great. Definitely, like I said, one of my favorite episodes that we've had so far. That we've had so far here out of this series. And you know, like the last episode, the Party Thor one, just wasn't really into it. Zombies, not really into that kind of stuff. Again, I think episode 3, pretty sure that was the Hank Pym one. And then this one right here, what was it? Episode 3 was the what if Fury's big week didn't happen, basically, right? And then this one right here, really, really great stuff going on throughout this whole episode. Again, action, pacing, everything from start to finish was absolutely great. This is what this whole series should have been. Every single one of these, every single one of these episodes should have been a little bit more like this episode right here was. If you ask me. Other than that, that's really all I've got for anything that's going to be spoiler free. Anything else we're going to be talking about is going to be going into full spoilers. Again, I want to thank you all so much for being here today. Again, please let me know down in the comments below. What did you think about this episode? What was your rating on this one? Because like I said, this series hasn't been great overall. I can't blame anybody for not wanting to watch all of these episodes. But this one right here, I would say was a solid 8 or probably like 9, if you ask me, out of 10. But definitely let me know what you think down in the comments below. I want to say what's up to everybody. Thank you so much. Felicity Poobell with a $5 super chat says, Trinity, nobody told you that it's impossible for a toxic male to sound smart no matter what. You're looking like you're feeling better. Take care. Thank you so much, Felicity. I do greatly appreciate that. And yeah, you know what? I actually am in good spirits right now. Maybe a little bit towards the end, we'll get a little bit more into that. I was actually going to do a little bit of video talking about more of that as well. Maybe even for just the channel members. But yeah, thank you so much, Felicity, for that $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate that. One of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. Folks, if you like the content that you see on this channel, you can decide to become a channel member, one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs, by clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button, unless you're on an iOS device. For what reason, I don't know. You'll have to click the link down in the description of this video. But let's get in here and see what you all are saying about this episode, what your rating on it is, and then we'll get into some spoiler talk about this one. We got my man Justin Simone here. Says he hasn't seen the episode yet, but doubts spoilers will matter much. Yeah, probably not. What if Ultron won? Yeah. Thanks for spoiling it for us in the title, buddy. That's the name of the episode. That's the name of the episode. Let's see. Fred Dye says Thanos has. You know what, Fred? I'm glad you're here. Fred, I'm glad you're here. You know, I want to say this is a little message for you, Fred. Have you ever heard of like what would they call that? What would they call that? Like when you know the time and place to say something. When you know the time and place to say something. You know what I mean? When you're in a chat or something. You know, I was watching a video. Yesterday about a fellow content creator had made this video about some personal family stuff that had happened to them. And in this video, I went and I left a comment, and I was scrolling through the comments, and I seen there was somebody in there. That's you, Fred. There was in there left like a bunch of your spam fucking comments that you leave in everybody's fucking video about Brie Larson and bullshit and some fucking bullshit that what's his name fucking Christian Bale said about, you know, needing more representation on screen. But bro, somebody had something fucking tragic happen in their family. Get the fuck out of here and know a time and place to do that shit. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. The fuck out of here. Please, if you are subscribed, I'd rather you not be. I'd rather you not be, because somebody that can't take a fucking hint when somebody's got some real serious family issues and shit, and you're gonna go in there and spam fucking comments about Brie Larson said this and Brie Larson. Fuck out of here, dude. I don't even want you here. I don't even want you here. We don't need your kind here. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, so moving on. We've got my man Jared in the house. Justin says Thanos, like Thor, continues to get neutered. Gotta get rid of that toxic masculinity. Yeah. I haven't even seen the episode. Oh, Captain Marvel is the bestest ever. Romeo, my man, says thought this would continue in the next season, but they already started. This is going to be super huge. Yeah, it makes me very interested to see what's getting ready to go, be happening in the last episode here. Sounds more like Star Trek. What is that? Was that what happened? What? The Watcher did not shave. The Watcher did not shave. I see. No. Well, Watcher's gotta. Yeah, I haven't. You know what? Because like it's hard because I take cold showers, and you know it's best to shave after you have had warm up a cloth in hot water, and I should do all that stuff. I should do all that stuff like a barber does. I should. Mike, licensed to Shield Porter, my man. You know what, Mike Porter? I don't know where you've been, man. I've missed you. I've missed you on these live streams, my brother. I've missed you. Let's see. Romeo says it was comic booky as it could get. Yeah, I mean, I think this episode was really well done. Justin says, well, Captain Marvel isn't as strong as Thor, and females don't get neutered. Right? Imagine this in live action. Can't wait for multiverse of madness. Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think this episode was definitely the best of all. I honestly didn't think that any of these episodes were going to get as good as this episode was. It was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And Felicity, again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Justin Simone says, yeah, Mr. Anderson told me it was up there with The Strange One. Seeing The Strange One for me is probably number 3. I mean, I think it was good, but I like the one with Hank Pym where he ruined Fury's big week. I really did like that, but also I'm a pretty big fan of Ant-Man, Hank Pym, and all that. Like, I'm into that. Plus, he kind of kicked off the whole cosmic shit anyway, right? Like, I'm not Guardians of the Galaxy. No. Felicity, but if Trinity comes out of the closet, oh man. Punching each other through universes, America Chavez, this will be a visual blast. Yeah, absolutely. B. Grissom, thank you so much for being here. Justin says, hella in the MCU, not in the comics. What? MCU, not in the comics. What? I must have missed something there. Mike says 9.8. Yeah, definitely. Justin says, Thanos in both. Yes. Exactly, Justin. That's wrong. Jared says, I got baited into watching even though I said I wouldn't. It was my favorite episode, though I'm glad I watched it. Still have some problems, but give it a 7 out of 10. Fair enough. Go pick up a pack of comic cards. Their power levels aren't even close. I don't do this. Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing, Justin, is it's a different universe. Well, it is, but yeah, I mean, hey. Yeah, I mean, we can't make any excuses for that. Yeah. Let's see. Scarlet Witch is a Nexus being. Hela is not. All right. Must have been some of that. Must have been some of that conversation that I missed there. Justin says, yeah, that was sad to hear. Yeah. Green Bear says, whoa, what's happening? Well, what's happening is somebody who has no chill went into the wrong conversation when I wasn't feeling it. That's pretty much what happened there. Ooh. Craig Mapp, thank you so much for being here. Says Thanos has tougher skin than the Hulk, so how was Ultron able to cut him in half so quickly with an Infinity Stone? Okay, so now we're getting into episode stuff here. So I'll go ahead and get into some of my notes that I have here for this episode. Obviously, the episode starts off where you see Clint and Nat heading to they're heading to Russia to figure out what they can do to put an end to what's going on here with Ultron. As you can see, they are in like a nuclear winter. They were there in a nuclear winter, and it was kind of cool. You know, you see Clint Barton coming out, where you see Nat going into the town. They were being chased by a bunch of the Ultron bots. Clint coming out, Hawkeye just helping take them all out, and he's got that mechanical arm on his right arm. So what happened there? Who knows? Really kind of interesting, because later we see that him and Nat were together when all the bombs started going off on Earth. And at that point, he still had both arms. So something in the meantime had happened, and he must have got this prosthetic arm from somebody. So yeah, some very, very interesting stuff there. And kind of how this whole episode kicked us off was basically Ultron ended up taking everything over because Tony Stark, that sham, was creating the Ultron program that ended up wanting to obliterate and destroy humanity, because that was the only way to create peace, right? Peace in our time. And so I thought that, I mean, a lot of that stuff was pretty cool. I mean, obviously we know everything, pretty much, like everything bad that happened in the MCU is all Tony Stark's fault, because he's a sham. Then we've seen also the same scene from Age of Ultron, where they were at the Nexus, where they were sitting there on the computers and everything. Kind of the Nexus port is I can't remember what they called it, the Nexus, but it was basically where they had all the supercomputers there, where Tony Stark went in there to stop Ultron from taking everything over in the original movie. But here we can see that Ultron had already moved so fast and had his body and everything, but there was really no stopping him. Some very good stuff there. And then after all of that happened, we seen that Ultron was kind of there chilling on Avengers Tower, when all of a sudden Thanos steps in out of nowhere. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet on. He steps through, you know, like what? And we see that Vision, at that time, you know, he's in Vision's old body. He hadn't, Ultron wasn't quite in he wasn't in his Ultron body, because he actually got the cradle. He won, and he was in the Vision body. And you see that Thanos arrived, and he used the Mind Stone and cut Thanos right in half. Now, some of the stuff that I know people are talking about out there is, well, if it was that easy to destroy Thanos, why didn't Ultron do it? Why didn't he do that in an Infinity War and all that stuff? Well, part of that is because they're completely different beings. Ultron and Vision are completely different people. Vision's mission wasn't the same thing. Vision ultimately was on the side of humanity, and he really wanted the actual peace that kind of Tony Stark was looking for. And he wasn't out trying to kill or destroy anybody for any reason. He was a peacekeeping program before Ultron kind of came in and had interrupted him. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't see any of that happen in the main timeline, like Infinity War, Endgame, where that happened, because that's not what Vision was all about. You know, Vision was, you know, he wanted to keep the peace, and he wasn't out just trying to kill people or anything like that. But I thought it was kind of cool, you know, like you know, just seeing he just cuts him right in half. He takes and absorbs the stones, and then at that point is when he got everything and created his full Ultron body, which I thought was pretty badass by the time he'd done that. And of course, we've seen this actually in the last episode at the very end, when he arrived on Party Thor's at the party. He came to crash the party. He was the real party pooper, right? Or was he? And so it was very interesting seeing all those kinds of things happen. When we see that Captain Marvel, basically Carol ends up arriving and putting a stop to try to put a stop to Ultron, after he had already gone through and basically destroyed Xandar. He went to where was that? Where Aisha and all that. I can't remember, the Sovereign. He went to Asgard, everywhere, and completely had destroyed them. And he was, you know, just that was his mission. He was out to basically kill everybody. And we've seen Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, arrive and took him on. And, you know, of course, she was tougher than anybody. She started battling him. But you know what? As much as people don't like Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and everything in the MCU, can I be honest here about something? You guys gotta be happy. You guys gotta be. Anybody who don't like her, like, you should absolutely love seeing Captain Marvel in Endgame and in this series so far. Because in Endgame, she got her ass knocked the fuck out by Thanos with the Power Stone. Like, tell me you weren't cheering like if you're one of the Carol Danvers haters, tell me you weren't cheering in the theater as much when that happened as when Cap lifted Mjolnir and started using him, right? Come on, man. Come on. We gotta give Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios a little bit here. Can we throw him a bone? Can we throw him a bone? At least they know that a lot of people don't like her that much. And they're throwing you bones every single turn they get. She was in a fight with Thor, and she took quite a few licks, man. I'm telling you. And then in this episode, you see her get her ass handed to her by Ultron. I'm telling you, guys, be thankful. Be thankful. This is a good thing you should want. It's a good thing you should want. Now the other thing that was kind of cool is that where something that we seen here with Ultron that we didn't really see with Thanos in Infinity War, and especially like in Endgame, we didn't really see it, was where Ultron got that cosmic awareness, and he was aware of everything going on in the universe, and basically even the multiverse, and that's when he heard Uatu talking, and he set his sights on him. I thought that was pretty cool that they actually showed that the cosmic awareness was there. Because one of the things definitely from the comic books, when you get into like the Infinity Gauntlet and then after that, the Infinity Watch and everything, was that he had that cosmic awareness. And by the time Adam Warlock had come to him to take the gauntlet and everything, he's like, "Oh, are you here to kill me? What's going? He's like, it's been so long. He's had things so long, like there's kind of distant memories to him." And I thought it was kind of cool seeing that. Here, I thought it was kind of cool seeing that out of Ultron in here, where he kind of got that cosmic awareness, and he went and started attacking Uatu. And then in the meantime, we catch up with Clint and my man or my lady, Natasha Romanoff, and who, I gotta say something else. Are we gonna get Lake Bell in the MCU to place Natasha Romanoff? Since Scarlett Johansson obviously probably isn't coming back anytime soon unless Kevin Feige has something to say about it. Like, is Lake Bell going to come in? And I'm telling you, like, I like Lake Bell. She's really awesome. Now, she's not, like the sex symbol or whatever that maybe Scarlett Johansson is or anything, but I really like Lake Bell, and I like what she's been doing voicing Natasha Romanoff here throughout this series. Really, really enjoying that. The other thing I wish in this episode, I wish they would have brought James Spader back, man. We needed James Spader back in there to be Ultron. We needed him. But anyway, we see that Clint and Nat, they go in, they get to Russia, and they go to Siberia. They go to Siberia after they were going through all these files and everything, where Natasha ended up finding the shield. She ended up finding the shield of the Red Guardian, which I thought was interesting because I don't think at any time during the Black Widow movie we seen old Red Guardian with his shield at all. And it made me wonder, was that shield made of vibranium too? Was it made of vibranium? Or with the Russian being, as they're not American and they're the Russians, and they're basically always trying to one-up America and all that kinds of stuff too. It makes me wonder, was that shield maybe made of adamantium? Because we've seen that it was pretty tough and indestructible in this episode as well. We've seen Natasha using it quite a bit. But we've seen that they end up going to Siberia, where they had the Winter Soldier program and everything, where they actually had Dr. Arnim Zola there, who was kind of monitoring the program and everything, a program in which he had started. And I thought that was some very cool stuff. And it made me wonder, like, if in the regular MCU stuff, if Dr. Arnim Zola was actually there in those computers and everything as well. But we got to give it up to my man, the great Dr. Arnim Zola. Hail Hydra. I absolutely loved seeing the return of my man, the great Dr. Arnim Zola here in the MCU. I'm going to like it anytime. Absolutely, like Toby Jones, I like him as this character as well because he's just so, how would you say, unassuming? Is that the word I'm looking for? He's just so that. And I just kind of like him as this character. And I absolutely need more of it. I need more Arnim Zola in the MCU. You got to make this happen because, in case you guys don't know here on the channel, along with being one of my favorite characters in the MCU, he is the godfather of the MCU. He is the one who created that new element that Tony Stark went and tried to appropriate all of his technology like Tony Stark does. That sham. And he's just great, man. I'm telling you. Give me More Arnim Zola. Give me more, more, more. I feel like Britney Spears here. Give me more. Absolutely great stuff. As they were going through there, kind of having that conversation, and they end up downloading him onto a USB drive, and subsequently after that, where they went and they got in a fight with all the Ultron bots, and they used the one and shot him in the eye with the arrow to get Arnim Zola's consciousness to upload to Ultron, basically. But the plan kind of went awry when Ultron wasn't there, so he couldn't affect the other bots that were there because Ultron was not in the universe, and that was something that him and Natasha had kind of discussed a little bit later on after the battle, after they got out of Siberia, in the same way that they were trying to escape in Civil War out of that same, what would you call that? The same tunnel thingy, silo thing. Very interesting how it still came down to that, like that same scene from Civil War. Some very good kind of callbacks and parallels to everything that we've already had in the MCU, and I've really been enjoying a lot of that. And then, of course, aside from a lot of that great stuff, was that great battle that we got between Ultron and Uatu, and we see that the Watcher, man, like, dude, he's got some skills, bro. Like, he was out there hanging with Ultron and really putting up a pretty good fight, and seeing how they were going back and forth. And what is that spear thing that Ultron was wielding throughout this whole episode? I'm really curious about that weapon because you can see he's using it like a weapon, destroying things. Like it's almost like his kind of little staff scepter thing. Very cool stuff there. And then how it was shooting out that purple cosmic stuff, the purple and black cosmic stuff kind of against Uatu. And then Uatu had that shield that was very reminiscent of the shield that Tony Stark had, Iron Man in an Endgame, when they were getting ready to do the snap. Very cool stuff there. Like I said, a lot of cool callbacks there as well. And then during that fight, one of the things I wanted to bring up here, when Ultron was sitting there fighting with Uatu, and Uatu kind of, I think at that point, didn't he already back off into the to that other dimension, where you seen Ultron fighting, and he became all big and shit, and he went and you could see him sitting there swallowing the universe. Now, tell me that did not remind you of and look like Galactus. That was Galactus all the way, the World Eater. I mean, come on, right? And if you were here last week when we were talking about the Party Thor episode, I was saying the same thing about, was that not a little, like, it seemed a little indicative of the fact that they had that, Star Alpha Icarus that had been destroyed 18 months earlier after Thor had been there to party. And I was speculating that maybe, just maybe, Thor was like a herald of, like, Galactus in this case. But maybe he's a herald of somebody coming in and that's destroying worlds. And that's kind of exactly what we see here, where we've seen Ultron coming in and eating the universe. He was all huge. And when they showed his head, I mean, I'm telling you, his head, the way he did everything, looked exactly like Galactus. And I think this is one of the things that they're going to use maybe to kind of parallel that, or maybe bring in and present this character in the future of the MCU. Regardless, all of that stuff was absolutely cool. And then there towards the end, we've seen obviously Uatu getting bested, and he sneaks off to that other world where he ends up seeing Supreme Strange, right? And you can see that Supreme Strange, even though he's been defeated, even though he's basically lost everything that he held near and dear to his heart, he's still that same old cocky Doctor Strange, right? He's still that same old cocky Doctor Strange that we got in the first Doctor Strange movie, and then even in that episode of What If He Had Lost His Heart instead of his hands. Very cool stuff here going on in these episodes. And now, obviously, this one left off with that cliffhanger that we know basically in this last episode. Is it going to happen in the last episode? Is the last episode going to be the team up of all of these multiversal characters coming together? Do you got, like, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that that's what the last episode is going to be, or are they going to save it for season 2? I'm kind of interested to know what you guys think about that, because obviously we got this big looming threat here with Ultron. We got Uatu, who reached out reluctantly to Doctor Strange, doing something he's not supposed to do. Do you guys think the season is going to end there? How do you think it's going to end? Are they all going to team up to defeat Ultron? Or are they going to handle it very much like they did in Infinity War and Endgame, where we're going to see the season end up where we finally get all of these people maybe coming together to team up against him, and maybe they have a devastating loss at the end of the season, getting ready to go into season 2. I don't know. Let me know what you think. What you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and then we'll get here more into some live chats and see what you guys are talking about. Let's see here. Let me scroll back here. See what we've got. See what everybody's saying. Thanos has tougher skin than the Hulk, so how was Ultron able to cut him in half so quickly with an Infinity Stone? Right? Who says who says that couldn't have been done in the first place? With Vision, and that's the thing is, I think Vision could have done all that stuff. I think Vision could do a lot with that. We've seen him actually do that in Civil War and all these things beyond, where he used the Mind Stone to do these things. But part of the thing with the difference between Ultron and Vision is that Vision is not out to kill. He's on the side of humanity, right? He's basically like a doctor, or like Doctor Strange with the Hippocratic Oath not to harm or kill people. That's kind of his thing. So, like I know a lot of people are probably going to be discussing some of that, and I know I've seen people discussing it. I think that's one of the big things with that kind of stuff is that he wasn't out to destroy anybody. What would an EMP do to Ultron? EMP, like, yeah. That's a very interesting question, because I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, if you use an EMP, does that work? But that would be assuming that Ultron is working off of electricity, where I don't think he is. I don't think they're running off electricity, especially by the time you think about like what they did, like what Tony Stark did after he appropriated Dr. Arnim Zola's creations and created his new. He created that new element that he used inside of his chest piece. Is that it wasn't running on electricity? It was a limitless source of power. So I would guess that Ultron is going to be somewhat, even in the Vision body, is going to be controlled by that, because he wasn't powered by electricity or anything. So very interesting question. But if you ask me, I would say that's why. I would say that's why that wasn't like that. I would say that's why that was that way. Did all those Infinity Stones kill Captain Marvel, or just kill her like in Endgame? My thing is, I would say it probably killed her. I would say it probably killed her, because we've seen that he pretty much destroyed everybody else. We've seen he killed Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America. He was destroying everybody. So my guess, and obviously he poses a threat to even Uatu. So I would guess, that he killed her. Captain Marvel comment, obviously triggered Fred. Those Infinity Stones kill Captain Marvel. I'm gonna watch it when I have time. Nikki told me not to even watch the last one. She's got a good barometer for my taste. Yeah. And that's what, like I said, I can't blame anybody for not watching all these episodes, because overall the series hasn't been all that great. I watch it just because I'm super nerdy and into that bullshit, but I know everybody's not. And that's the thing too. Like when it comes to these shows, when it comes to these movies, if there's something that you're not into, you don't like Captain Marvel, why would you watch it? I mean, maybe you watch it just the once to find out, like you just had to find out. But beyond that, like, absolutely, it's just like the comic books. Read what you want to, read the characters that you like and maybe stories that interest you. You don't have to read it all. You'll learn everything else from spoiler reviews and just conversations like being here on the channel and any of the other channels where we're talking about all this nerdy stuff. You're going to hear about all that stuff in the first place. So, yeah. Is there a need to have to watch it all? I don't necessarily think so. But like I said, I'm into it. But I can't blame you if you're not. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, but Anderson knows I like the Strange one the most. Yeah. The Strange one was pretty good. I like this one the most. I'm with who's in? Who's in on that one? On that. Last one made me want to stop watching it, but I caved. Okay, you with Nikki on that? Yeah. Last one made me stop. Yeah. That last one, man, it was I mean, you completely made Thor into a Disney princess. Thanks a lot, Victoria Alonso. You know what? We're going to give victories to Kevin Feige, and we're going to give the L's to Victoria Alonso. How about that? Right? How about that? We give the L's to Victoria, and Kevin Feige gets the W's. Oh, Lucas Texvenger, thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Random Brad Creative, thank you so much for being here. Green Bear says, "Oh shit, nice mug." Yeah. I got that when we went to Disneyland a couple of months ago. It's got a lot of the faces on there. Some of them might be a little green screened out there, or cosmic. They got cosmic awareness, so you're seeing right through them. Yeah. Thanks. Sure, good to confirm what I figured. Snowdub says everyone strap them knee pads on. Oh, what's up, Snowdub? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Hey, I seen you posting a picture of your ride the other day on IG, man. Nice. Got your little Acura there. I'll be happy when my girl Rogue shows up to the MCU. You know what? That's actually part of my saving Captain Marvel thing that I'm gonna get it done one of these. Like, I've got the technology and shit to get it done. And honestly, right now I probably got the time too to get that done. But yeah, I can't wait to see Rogue. You know what? And they better They better get somebody fucking hot to play Rogue, right? They better get an actor who is absolutely hot. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not talking about Gal Gadot, because I need somebody that can act at the same time too. Plus, Gal Gadot's just not very curvy. You know what I mean? She's not like, hey, I'm saying she's still beautiful, but I'm saying we need somebody with them stronger. Just like you know what? Just like when we get Storm, when we finally get Storm, I need a Storm. I need a woman who is absolutely beautiful, and she better be blacker than a trillion midnights, right? Like Ice Cube. She better be blacker than a trillion midnights, and she better be fucking smoking hot, man. You know why? Because Rogue and Storm are smoking hot. Don't let me down, Kevin Feige. Or should I say Sarah Haley Finn? Isn't that who does the casting? Yeah, I could be wrong. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. I'll be happy when my girl Rogue shows up. Okay, we got happy 32nd birthday, Brie Larson. I love Captain Marvel. That's fine. You're free to do that. Again, just because somebody else doesn't like Captain Marvel doesn't mean you have to. It's okay for somebody. It's okay for people to not like the character. Just so you know. It's okay for people to not like the character. Not everybody has to like it. Not everybody has to like the same things as you. I see man, you know what? Get ready, guys. It looks like it's going to be a fun ride. We got people that need helmets here, apparently. Let's see. Justin says, "You're good, my twin Felicity. If the MCU race and gender swap, me too. They'd have Felicity, a better, more tactful version of me. It's all about the delivery. Yeah, absolutely. There you go, Justin. Absolutely. Yeah. I wish it was James Spader too. Yeah. It's MCU on the cheap from now on. Trinity. I know, man. I know, dude. And that sucks. Stop hating on Captain Marvel. She's cool. Be like Frozen and let it go. Let it go for a future. You will get stressed out. Your hair will fall out. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god. Apparently the floodgates are open for the tards to come here onto the channel. Yeah, and look, again, disgrace Randolph. Put on your helmet. But again, like I said before, and like I'm getting ready to say again, don't fucking worry about who people like. If you love Brie Larson, good for you. If somebody else don't, good for them. You don't need to fucking convince anybody. You're not gonna convince anybody, so fucking stop. Fucking just stop. Nobody fucking cares what your opinions is on the character or Brie Larson. Nobody cares. You're not gonna change anybody's fucking mind by sitting here saying, oh, you know who liked Brie Larson? You know who liked Captain Marvel? Nobody fucking cares, man. Everybody has their firmly held opinions, and they're not going to change. You know who's going to change them? You know who's going to change their mind, if anybody? Brie Larson. Fucking let it go, just like you said. And if you can't, get the fuck out of here. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The fucking floodgate. Who the fuck let the retard asylum out of here? God damn, man. You fucking people are scamps, dude. I don't give a fuck what anybody likes. I like what I like. You're free to like whatever you like. If you don't like me or anybody else in this chat liking what they do or don't like, fucking leave. If we're not free to have our own opinions, fucking leave. We don't want you here. Because we have our own opinions. We have our own train of thought. We're not going to listen to you just because you fucking fell off the retard tree and hit every branch on the fucking way down. God damn, dude. I don't care if other people like someone doesn't change my opinion. Absolutely. Sir John, thank you so much for being here. Best episode. Oh, dang it. Best episode. Are you currently working in the clouds? Yes. Yes. We are here. Cosmically aware of everything going on out there. Jared says major Galactus vibes. People thought it was Galactus though. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what, like, even the last episode, that's what I was saying. Like, it really seems like Thor was a herald, because we seen before he arrived, Jane Foster was there. She was investigating this anomaly that had happened 18 months previous on Star Alpha Icarus. That was Party Thor going to that star. He's like, hey, it wasn't really a planet. It was more like a dying star. And then it got destroyed shortly thereafter. And the same thing was getting ready to happen to the planet Earth. And that's part of why Captain Marvel ended up showing up. She was basically, and that's just my theory, she was telling him to get the hell out of here. You're basically going to bring us trouble, and we don't want it. I could be wrong there. Captain Marvel almost ended up died blowing up the experimental plane. In the Captain Marvel movie, she had a neck inhibitor in her neck and got tortured by the Supreme Intelligence. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Ultron sucked not swallow. Excuse me? Oh, the universe. Yeah. Only sus thing I feel is during Loki we made the stones useless, and now the stones are everything again. Well, the only reason the stones were useless there in the TVA is, well, one, because the magic didn't work, but two, it was kind of outside of that realm. And one of the things, like, if it's the same as the comic books, as far as we know, the stones are only going to work in their own universe that they were taken from. So you could take them to another timeline, another universe and everything, and they're not going to work. So that's why that would have been there for that. But also, I think some of it probably had to do with some of the technology that they were working with too, and working outside the confines of normal reality. But yeah, I understand. I hear you, Sir John. Mike, License to Shield Port says, hey, I was listening. I'm on vacation with my wife, playing cards on the balcony, watching the ocean at Panama City Beach, Florida. Awesome. Nice. Oh, hanging out in Florida. You better stop by and say what's up to Nikki. Is she near? Are you going to say what's up to Nikki? I'm going to see what's up with all of our Florida peeps. Mr. Anderson says personality differences. Yeah. Got our powers from man, Walter Lawson. Yeah. Star Wars MCU OG, thank you so much for being here. Glad to see you here. Vision is not a murderer. He just wants some. Sir John, oh man, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. And believe me, he was even willing to cry over that shit. He was even willing to cry over that. Try to sidestep the trolls in your way. Well, I don't think they're trolls. They're just people. They're not even trolls. They're just people who have no chill, who have no and that's why I say it. That's why I use the word retard, because they just don't get it, right? That's what a retard is. Like, it's just, they just don't get it, right? They're seemingly intelligent people who have typical thought processes, but they just don't get it. They just don't get it. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with people who are actually disabled. Although we could actually say that these people are, but that's not. It's in a different way. Totally. Um, let's see. At work listening, thank you so much for being here, Reefer Man. What is up, Wayne? So just everyone knows, I like Carol Danvers, I like Dr. Zola, I like Doctor Strange, I like Tony Stark. I'm scared of evil Doctor Strange, and my favorite is Yon. I know you said that on purpose, Mike Porter. Yeah, no, like, and here's the thing: is like, I don't mind any of them. I like Doctor Strange. Like, I don't even mind Captain Marvel. Honestly, for me, I got this idea I've been working on for a while, thinking about. And like I said, I finally had the technology where I can do some of that stuff. Is to me, there's a lot. I could think of a lot of reasons why some of the stuff happened with Captain Marvel in that movie and why they are the way they are. But that's if they did some, not even retconning, but some things to walk things back, some stuff that they didn't necessarily reveal in the first Captain Marvel movie. But for the most part, I like even Tony Stark. As much as I talk trash about the Stark sham and all that, I like Tony Stark, man. And you know what's funny? I was rewatched Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 here kind of recently, and I gotta say, man, I know this is probably opposite of a whole lot of people out there, but I think fucking Iron Man 3 is probably my favorite of the 3 Iron Man movies. I think Iron Man 3 is probably my favorite one. I really do. Yeah, who trolling? Yeah, I wouldn't say they're trolls. They're just people who don't know. God, how would you say that? They're like the time and the place. When to say and do something. When to say and do something. Like you gotta learn, man. Like you don't walk into a funeral where people are sitting there with their dying loved ones, just start just doing a fucking stand-up routine with a bunch of fucking dick and fart jokes. Like, that's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta learn, man. You gotta learn that there's a time and a place that you say and do things, and there's certain times you just don't, right? It's like you don't know what's sacred here. Like, how would you feel if somebody, like, if you just lost somebody you loved, and somebody walked in and just started making light of everything, right? And just like, oh, hey, I'm not worried about you losing your loved one. Hey, check out this video about these people saying this shit. Like, who cares, man? I've got bigger things to worry about. There's more important shit out there than that. Let's see. Go read an original comic book, not one of the 32 reboots. Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Walter Lawson was weak, died from cancer, and obviously you don't know who Walter Lawson is. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I love What If and everything MCU, but remember, I have a license to shill. Yes, you do, Mike Porter, and you can use that license here on this channel anytime, my brother. Who was the first Marvel hero to defeat Thanos? What's that? Yeah. Let's see. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. And checkers, we're playing chess. Yeah, right. L's and W's. MCU is all W's. Well, they've got. You know what? Look, they're just like my Bears were at times. They had some losses that should have been wins, but they've had a couple. They've fumbled the ball quite a few times. Leslie Jones for Rogue. Yes. I'm a Leslie Jones stan, so we'll take it. If I will have them in snow jackets. Let's see. Oh god dang, dude. Oh my god. Do we really have to axe somebody else from the damn? Do we really have to, like, yeah. Probably so. I don't like Brie, but Captain Marvel is alright to me. Yeah, I didn't mind the movie itself. The movie is okay. It could have been a whole lot better. It's not terrible. It could have been a whole lot better though. Rogue got to have that thick Southern accent. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, got to have that thick accent. Nikki says I have spare helmets from the tower at the den. Oh my god! Thank you, Nikki, for bringing the spare helmets. Please make sure that you pass some to Fred, to Disgrace, and I think I seen another one in here that might need one too. There's another one in here that might need it too. Thank you, Trinity. Say it louder. Yeah. Super fan Adam Shawhan, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad she got with Thanos. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I know, Justin. I know. Channel Towards tab. Yeah, they do. We will always be Envy Adams from Scott Pilgrim to me. Yeah, and here's the thing: like, she's actually a pretty good actor. Cause like in Kong Skull Island, I thought she was pretty good. I remember seeing her in something else. I was like, she's pretty good. She's a good actor. And I'll be honest, like, I don't even really give a shit what she said in that interview and shit. Like, for the most part, I think she was right. I don't think she was wrong at all. Like, I think she was pretty right on. But again, it comes down to everything else. It's not that you say, it's how you say it, right? It's not that you say it, it's how you say it. That's really the biggest thing for me. Let's see. Keep the schmuck here. I love clowning weirdos. All right, Justin. Okay. This motherfucker in the time stream, says Aglex. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, aggressively relaxing. Hope you're having a very good day. Slow down, though. His Google and Wikipedia skills are lacking. Yeah. I don't know. I can be pretty convincing, says Aglex. Oh man, I've been dying watching you, Justin. That's funny. I was waiting for this part. Oh man. Yeah. Got your back. Yeah. Thank you. I like Captain Marvel because I like cats, blondes, and Sam Jackson like a real American. What's your problem, comrade? Yeah, I'm there with you, Aglax. Like I said, I didn't mind it's not their best movie, but you know what? Honestly, the Captain Marvel movie for me ranks higher than some of the other films. Certainly those piece of shit Guardians of the Galaxy films. Let's see. Could be right though too. Yeah. Hey, if I entertain people and make them happy, I've done my good deed for the day. Yes. Oh yeah, Obi-Wan the Hobie knows. Hail the great Dr. Arnim Zola. Yes. Trinity has been infected by the disgraced red virus from Iron Man 3. Yeah. What do you mean you don't like Iron Man 3? It's the best one. It's the best one. Ultron said when he was fighting Uatu, the boundaries of the multiverse are irrelevant to beings like you and me. So I was under the impression that he was able to use stones still because how powerful he is. Now, that's the interesting thing. Because if you've seen, while he was fighting Uatu, you could see him glowing like he was using them. So that's what I thought was interesting about that. So it made me wonder, like, was he fighting him in a universe or somewhere where they were still able to be used? I don't know. But if you think about it, one of the things I've been thinking about here is that I feel like all the stones are just they're the conduit for the power inside of them, right? It's just the conduit for the power that they hold. But the power themselves, like Thanos, reduced them to atoms. But those atoms, like, there's still that initial power. You know what I mean? That's if you ask me. I think they're really more just like the way to harness them. But I could be wrong. You like Monica Rambeau? She seemed a bit stupid in WandaVision, praising Wanda for kidnapping a whole town and torturing kids. Now in the MCU, I don't know. I liked the girl playing Monica Rambeau. I think there's like, the thing is, like, the MCU has done and introduced these characters in a sloppy way, but mostly because of how they've had the characters and how everything has gone up till now. Unfortunately, that's something we're going to have to deal with because they didn't have access to all these characters when they started off. So it's just something we've got to deal with. How they're going to bring in the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, it's going to be sloppy. It's going to be sloppy as hell. It's going to end up coming down to something like multiverse, or we were stuck in the quantum realm. It's going to come down to something like that. Unfortunately, that sucks. It's a lazy excuse. But honestly, I don't really see another way for them to be able to do it in a great way unless they bring us to a completely different MCU, or something that I've wondered for a while, something that I've wondered for quite a while, is that maybe we actually diverged timelines a long time ago, and we've been actually watching the MCU grow in a different arc, in a different timeline from what it should have at a completely different point. And I think a lot of that may have come around the time of Age of Ultron and stuff like that as well. Maybe a little bit before that. I can't remember what my theory was on that, but I have a feeling a lot of it kind of diverged at some other point in the first place. Something else I wanted to put in here. Let me see if I can get this entered here into the chat. Let me see if I can get this entered in there. Oh man, I did it wrong. Okay, that should have worked. Let's see. But yeah, Monica and WandaVision, like they could have handled all that a little bit better. Again, at this point, introducing all the characters that should have been around for a long time, it's going to be sloppily done, and there's really no way for them to sidestep that. There's really no way around any of that. Mr. Anderson, you have been apparently living two lives. One is respectable company, paying taxes, and even helping your landlord throw away her garbage. The other, computer hacker alias Neo. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I always fumble my balls when I never play sports. Oh man. What's going on? Invasion from retard? Yes. We want grown up Rogue too, not hybrid Rogue Jubilee. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. Does Rogue stink like a skunk? She has hair like a skunk. I don't know. She just walked under a ladder with wet paint on it. Yeah, absolutely. Like Pepe Le Pew. Like Pepe, and that kitty cat that he was after. Just walked under the ladder like the little cat did and got that white stripe. Matrix 2 has the first... What are we talking about the Matrix? Sir John, what are you doing? It says Matrix 2 was the first movie I watched in cinema. I had mad hype, been a fan of the cast. Reporters call Hugo difficult. What does that mean? Difficult in Hollywood could mean a normal guy. Yeah, especially with like all the flamboyant people in there. Like, yeah, but like, have you seen Hugo Weaving? Like, dude, he's phenomenal. He's a great actor. And a lot of those great actors, even great directors, have those flamboyant attitudes. And by flamboyant, I don't mean like gay or anything like that. It's just like flamboyant. They're just like really kind of out there. They have these kind of larger than life personalities, and it can get ridiculous. Just like look at Jared Leto. I don't like Jared Leto, but look what he does on screen. You know what he does, like oh, I'm getting into this character. I'm gonna send like dead rats and stuff to like. You're a weirdo. Yeah, you're a weirdo. It's okay. Yeah. Captain Marvel was a better movie than Black Widow, says Disgrace. You know what? Honestly, I'm probably going to have to agree there. I may have to agree with that one, that Captain Marvel was better than Black Widow. And I freaking love Black Widow. The character, not necessarily the movie. Yeah, favorite Mike Mother Flippin' Porter. Yeah. Call James Blunt 420. He has the license to chill. Ultron thinks of peace, Vision thinks of cheeks. Oh man, that's funny. Sir John. Yeah. All these people anti-Captain Marvel and anti-Iron Man 3 because those films promote Christmas and the troops. Yeah, Aglax. Tell him, Aglax. In my eyes, MCU has never fumbled. ABC Marvel, Netflix Marvel. Sony Marvel and Fox Marvel has fumbled, but to me, the MCU has not. But now the multiverse will include everything and lift it up. Well, we still haven't got confirmation that it's going to include everything. I'm wondering how they're going to do that. Because, like, you guys know if you've been here long enough, I'm not a fan of that Netflix Marvel stuff. I do like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but that other one, the Inhumans, that was sloppy. It was like they were trying to be too cool. Okay, and it did drop that link in there. Guys, make sure you follow the link. You know what? I need to pin that link right there. Pin that message. Make sure you go check out. It should be coming up here should be already going live. Go check out my man Adam over at Fanjecture, getting ready to go live with Debate 8. Should be here live at 5:30. I haven't got my update on that. Didn't get my notification, but I've been flapping my gums. Let's see. Time to go, says Mike Porter. All right. What if Phase 4 and 5... Have a good one, Mike. What if Phase 4 and 5 are the House of M and the end of Phase 5? No more all new... Oh, yeah. That's very possible. That's very possible, Justin. That's very possible. I've thought about that. Yeah. Let's go to Debate 8. Absolutely. We're going to be heading there in just a minute. You got to leave 98 of those all new, all difference, though. And that's too many for me. Now, here's the thing with the all new, all different. I'm okay with them bringing all those characters in. I'm okay with them bringing all these characters in because one thing that I think we definitely do need is just like in the comic books. You're not going to like it. I may not like it. There's going to be somebody else out there that does. I do really feel that we do need that diversity of content and characters. Like I said, you're free to watch them and like them if you're not, or not like them. And you're also free to not watch them also. Completely up to you. But me, I'm all for it. Just bring it. Like, we know it's going to come anyway. There's no, like, we're not, like, there's no sidestepping. Like, we're going to get all these different characters and stuff out there that are coming into the MCU. Just like we know America Chavez is coming. I can't remember who it was that brought up that earlier about them going through the different dimensions, especially as Ultron was sitting there punching Uatu, and you could see he was punching through different dimensions, much like we know America Chavez can do. So very interesting stuff there as far as all that's concerned. And I feel like that's what they're doing here in this show is kind of getting you ready for all that. Where you see him punching through the different universes and stuff like America Chavez. Where you see Ultron sitting there swallowing up that universe like he was Galactus. I think this is all to do all of those things. And who knows? Maybe out of this is going to introduce some of these characters and set up kind of how it's going to go in the future of the MCU for these characters. Very much so, yeah. I think so. Let's see. Let's go to Debate 8. Yes. We'll be heading there in just a minute. It's close and not in a good way. Oh, no. What I missed there? What was close? Let's see. Apart from Corona is the only female-led hero movie that's better than Captain Marvel. Wonder Woman 1984 was trash. Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984 was trash. I didn't like it. The first one was pretty good, but again, Gal Gadot can't act. She's just not a good actor. She's not a good actor. So people gonna hate on Hawkeye then? Yeah, they're gonna hate on Hawkeye. People don't like him. Travis Adams, thank you so much for being here. Says shout out from the Bay Area. Hope you're doing better. I am doing much better. Getting along a little bit better as of this moment. Without the fan theories hyping up the show, WandaVision would have been known as rewatch. You got to be kidding me. And I've talked about this too. WandaVision is the best series out of all these series that have happened. To me, so far, all of these series are ranked pretty much how they came out. WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and now What If. But I was also saying the other day, last week, I'm going to hold off on What If before I rank it for all of these series. Because I think it might be possible for it to be better than Loki. Because going back, and I recently watched all of these series. I've watched them again here over these past couple weeks. I rewatched WandaVision, and I've rewatched that one more than I have any of these series. WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I really do think that at this point, What If, especially after this episode, What If might actually end up being better than the Loki series. To me, the Loki series, it was okay. It presented some cool stuff that I'm looking forward to in the future of the MCU. But I gotta be honest, like the actor, what is her name? Sophia DiMartino that played Loki. She's just not a good actor. I didn't really feel any kind of emotional weight or anything coming from her at all throughout the series. And if you ask me, I think she kind of ruined it. I think she kind of ruined that whole series altogether. They could have got 10 other actors easily better than her. She's kind of in that Gal Gadot thing as well, except for she's not as kind on the eyes. But her acting ability just wasn't there. She didn't emote well or anything. The best emoting she did was when she'd kind of be that angsty, angry kind of person. But I mean, you can see it, like, especially on that last episode where she was going after to kill He Who Remains, where she's sitting there going to kill him. She's diving through the air with the sword, and Loki shows up to stop her, but she's sitting there with that look on her face. She's like, yeah. And I'm just like, really? It's like, is that how you're angry and you go to kill somebody? You're like, yeah. Like, they need some better talent for some of these films and shows, if you ask me. But that's just me. That's just if you ask me. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you all so much for being here today. Again, if you are watching us on the replay, please make sure you give a thumbs up and let me know all of your theories and speculation down in the comments below. If you are hanging out here with us live, thank you all so much for being here, and make sure that you go follow that pinned comment that I pinned up there. Make sure that you go and check out Adam over Fanjexture for Debate 8 that is going on right now. Again, thank you all so much for being here. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.